You know, for the longest time, I was not going to do a review of Wicked because I am just not big on musicals and I really just don't care for them. But after really thinking about it, Wicked is way too good of a movie to not talk about. So let's talk about it. So Wicked Part 1 is the film adaptation of the first half of the critically acclaimed Broadway musical stage play, Wicked. The film is directed by John M. Chu, and it stars Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Michelle Yeoh, Jonathan Bailey, and Jeff Goldblum. Misunderstood because of her green skin, a young woman named Elphaba forges an unlikely but profound friendship with Glinda, a student with an unflinching desire for popularity. Following an encounter with the Wizard of Oz, their relationship soon reaches a crossroad as their lives begin to take very different paths. So like I said, y'all, I really do not care for musicals. However, I don't hate musicals per se, I just wouldn't really go out of my way to watch them, you know? So here's a fun fact, I myself have seen the Broadway musical stage play of Wicked. The only problem is that it's been so long since I've seen it, I practically forgot what happened. But from what I remembered, I had a fun time. So going into this movie, I pretty much knew what I was getting myself into. And after sitting through a 2-hour and 40-minute musical, I can confidently say that Wicked Part 1 is actually pretty amazing. I actually enjoyed this movie way more than I thought I would. Once again, like I said in my Gladiator 2 review, I love when high budget movies actually looks like high budget movies because the production in this movie is just top tier. The production and the set pieces in this movie looked marvelous. The world of Oz has never looked more realistic and more imaginative than ever. Obviously they used green screen in certain scenes, but for the most part, a lot of these were practical. If I had to imagine what the world of Oz looked like, it would be this, because you can tell they put a lot of money into the production and the visual effects, and boy oh boy did it pay off. And with this being a musical, I gotta say, the singing in the music was actually fantastic. The singing was actually not annoying. In fact, it actually progressed the story forward. This movie could never. Just like the stage play, the music was clever and creative, and the singing was just top tier. The entire cast did great with their singing, but let's give a quick shout out to the two big standouts. Cynthia Erivo was stellar in this movie. That woman was singing her heart out. When Cynthia is singing, you feel it in your soul. Every high note, every A minor, she was just knocking it out of the park. When it comes to playing this misunderstood woman who just wants to be loved and accepted, you really feel her pain. But not only was Cynthia Erivo fantastic, Ariana Grande was a shining star. From what I remember from the stage play, Glinda was this girl who was so desperate to be popular that she really came across as the naive, dumb blonde girl. Ariana Grande knocked that role out of the park without a doubt. She was way funnier than I thought she was going to be. I was surprised that there were people out there who didn't know Ariana Grande used to be an actress. Arguably she still is, but she's mainly known for her singing now. But I think everybody knew the singing was going to be top tier. I mean, y'all, this is a Grammy award winning singer. Like, what are we talking about? And just like Cynthia, she was a powerhouse in this movie. Those two together with their fantastic singing and their fantastic chemistry was phenomenal. Those two might actually get an Oscar nomination, and I'm all for it. One thing that I will say is that I'm glad this movie expanded the lore of Elphaba, because I don't really remember the stage play going this deep into her backstory. And after seeing just part 1 alone, this is one of those cases where it's like, the villain is not really the villain. People already liked Elphaba from the stage play, but after seeing this movie, people are going to love her way more now than ever. And the movie was way funnier than I thought it was going to be. There were quite a few moments where I found myself chuckling. And there were a couple of scenes where I was laughing way more than I was supposed to. And can I just say, the cinematography in this movie is tremendous. The cinematography is so gorgeous. Not only does it really complement, you know, the world of the Wizard of Oz, but it also elevates the already high budget production sets. Not gonna lie, y'all, Dune 2 might have some competition. To be honest, y'all, I don't really have a lot of issues with this movie. As someone who is not big on musicals, I will admit this movie is slowly changing my mind about my opinion on musicals. There were certain scenes where the lighting in this movie was kind of horrendous. One minute there is a scene with bright, vibrant colors, and then the next scene the sun is in the way. Like, why was the lighting like that? I don't know, I kind of questioned it. In fact, that lighting kind of hurted the cinematography in a way. The cinematography is still fantastic, don't get me wrong, but that lighting, no. Who thought that lighting was a good idea? Please bring them to the front. But in the end, guys, Wicked Part 1 is a wonderful film. Also, why is the studio promoting the movie like it's one film, as if it's not split into 2 parts? I don't know, that's it's kind of weird to me. And if you're someone who's not really big on musicals, I would say give this movie a chance. It might change your mind. So, plugging Wicked Part 1. Into the rank system, I am placing this one into the pinnacle zone. But yeah, y'all, that is pretty much my review for Wicked Part 1. Let me know down in the comments section below what you guys thought about the film. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you excited for Part 2? Whatever you thought, let me know down in the comments section below. And as always, guys, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you all in the next one.